Okay, back. Yeah, I use Chess Tempo is what I've been using for puzzles. Very good call there. It's just because they're a lot more challenging. I feel like some of these other puzzles it's almost too obvious, and then it doesn't make it fun in a way. But this one, get ready for some puzzle madness, guys. Here we go. This is Chess Tempo, and it's a fun website. I'll give you guys a link as well if you guys want to check this out. And what I like about it is it's not always just you know, check mate type stuff or win a piece. It actually has situations where you have to play for a draw as well. All right, here we go. So first things I noticed now, remember we were given a list yesterday. Let me get that list out actually. Italian Machine came in and gave us a list of things to think about. He mentioned the idea of look for checks first. Like for the sake of speed with this, look for checks first, then look for captures, look for threats, and then compare lines. So the compare lines part's really tough too, so. Yeah, I know, we really did think for a long time, and I know, you know, there'll be different people watching and stuff, but the idea is to make the stream overall more chess educational. You know, you guys may find that some of the content just bores you to tears, and, you know, maybe take off and watch another stream during that, but otherwise, you know, I think this could obviously, it's going to benefit me, it may benefit you guys as well, right? So, all right, so I do see we have a pin here of this pawn to the queen. Back rank looks like it's sufficiently covered, although there is a back rank mate idea, you know, like it. But in general, my pawns look really fast. The first thing I notice, like these guys look kind of happy. At first glance, b3 looks like it fails to rook takes b3 guarded by the knight. So, but I really want to get those pawns moving in general. Like pawn to a2 seems tempting. Only one rook behind it, though. Everybody's ready to take it. So, king looks relatively safe, although white's pawns could get scary too at some point. So what are we doing, guys? Let's see. Okay, consider some pawn breakage stuff like this, but this seems really dangerous. If they're able to push past, it's really scary. Oh, that's your horde performance stuff. I'll look at that soon. I really want to try to focus on this puzzle for a minute. Let's see here. Captures, queen takes knight, like I was saying, rook takes e5. Could consider some captures there, but man, that doesn't seem right, does it? d5 looks kind of weak. But like queen back, no, knight can cover that. Like I said, these puzzles aren't exactly obvious, so. I don't really see anything great at all here. Remove the pin, remove an attacker of the b pawn in case of a push. Then those pawns roll to victory. Just saying, just take the knight and push. I mean, it doesn't seem like it works without the queen behind it. Go over here, then consider sacking, knight back, I don't know. I mean, if you play a2, I guess if the rook had to move away, can the rook go up? Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just a2. If the rook goes up by queen, this rook takes, my rook takes, and that's going to leave the knight no, my rook doesn't take. That rook takes, and then I just play queen takes knight. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's a... Let's go through this. Let's look at this. Yeah, maybe a2 then, right? You said a2 first? Yeah, good job, man. So a2 I think is right, because the rook goes in the corner, then we have b3, like you said, get the pawns rolling. And if the rook goes up, then queening seems really dangerous because rook takes, we take the knight, right? So that looks awfully good. I'm going to go with that one. Takes there. I guess I could take the rook and then queen, right? Take the rook and then queen, and then he can't take because of the back rank mate. Yeah, this looks good. There it is. Nice. Cool. All right. I never said the queen takes. I'm not 600 elo. Yeah, and that's kind of the point, Saimu. Like, these are going to be tough, you know. It's not going to be like your easy, oh, that's so obvious. In fact, to be honest, in many of the positions that they show, I wouldn't even find the correct line. I would find some other random line that wasn't correct because I wouldn't be looking for it. If I don't know where to look for that, I don't think I'm going to find it on my own. I'm going to go put the music to a different playlist. I've been listening to this for a little while now. Let's go with like Synthwave. There we go. And I'll give you guys a copy of this playlist too. This is all Harris Heller, all safe to play in your stream, so there you go. All right, next puzzle. Let's go to next one, right? And the other thing I like about this website is I have not seen it actually give me a puzzle rating. Something more chill would be nice. Yeah, and that's kind of what this is, right? Whether it's the book games or this, we can kind of have more of a dialogue, talk about our chess clubs. I saw Cheesemate talking about playing his buddy in over-the-board chess. I mean, that stuff's kind of fun. All right, look for checks first. So we have queen to e8, or sorry, queen to c8 check. King goes up, and then queen takes e6 is like a possible line, but we're in check though. Speaking of checks, we actually just got put in check. So this is one of those miserable ones where you try to avoid this. We can't go to these two squares. Knight to e3 check wins our queen, so we have to go to the side. So we have to consider like what side move is going to keep us alive. King here, knight can check, but maybe shouldn't. Queen can also check, but the bishop could block, right? So, well, last week at the club we had Blitz Championship and I got the win. Nice. I saw you guys are doing something else this week too. Yeah, exactly, Rick Renegade. We don't get the over-the-board game, so best we can do is create a really strong arena, battle it out together, kind of have that somewhat like a tournament. Obviously, it's not going to be the same unless we go to like full-out, like, you know, all-day Sunday chess. We're going to play 3 games, do a Swiss format, you know, all kinds of stuff with that, right? But we can't really have that online, but I'll tell you what, that rapid event we just did was awfully close. I mean, it's not nearly to the caliber of over-the-board, but it definitely got closer. Pretty fun. Yeah, so I'm fighting with, you know, king to one of these squares right now. I don't play Blitz at the club typically. Like, maybe, I mean, I do play Blitz at the club, but I mean, I don't. Yeah, there is online. I haven't done that in a long time though. My club meets Friday. I've been with you guys instead. It's pretty close, right, Simu? I mean, that was pretty close. There is a difference in those extra minutes on your clock though. Like, if we had more time on our clock, I think we'd have better. All of us think would play better with more time on our clock. Several of us made mistakes that, you know, like Aaron Gall was beating me in one of those games and didn't convert because of the time pressure. Okay, so king here, you're saying queen in would be the end of it. What if we might have a perpetual behind that though, right? Like king here, queen up there threatens checkmate, but what about our queen checking and like just perpetually, like the king's kind of trapped up here. A perpetual might be the way to go in that situation. Yeah, king here seems. Oh, I see you're saying king to h2 is bad. That's what you said because of the queen check. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, we agree that the knight on e3 checks are devastating, and also queen to f2 check. Yeah, so maybe here. Then we just have to consider a light square check where our bishop can block. Knight checks, covers our king. Yeah, let's try it. Let's go here. I always hate moving. I hate dropping. Oh, hey, we got one. We got one. All right, let's think for a minute. We can be a little bit careful here. Thinking bishop blocks, but maybe we should look, you know, before we just make the move, actually think about it. If we go back, we can start repeating the position, which would be like a draw type thing, right? Or I guess you can't really repeat because our king's on. Oh, he would be on the right, same square, right? So, where is he here? He might have been here actually. Bishop block seems awfully natural. Knight check. I think bishop blocks. Right? Exactly. So I'm gonna play this here. Oh, and I lose. I lose on the bad move. Dude, this thing is just so tough. King king to G1. Yeah, I was thinking about it going back. I tell you what, man, these puzzles are so tough, guys. What's the punishment after bishop to G2 though? Let's say I go here. How do I get punished? Oh, queen sack, guys. Queen sack. We didn't see queen sack. Look at this. Queen sack. Oh my gosh, guys. How do we miss that? Yeah, Cheesemate's got it too. Yeah. That's why we blundered. That's why we blundered, guys. We gotta look deeper. Can't go for simple, right? It's never simple with these. All right, so knight takes on e3. Want to just take the knight? Seems like it'd be perfectly fine to take the knight, but why not, right? So take the knight. Take the queen. King takes, seems odd. Maybe the problem is if I, well no, he can't get that rook in. Can he? Get this one in? Huh. I'm trying to figure out if it's supposed to be king takes, so we keep 2 attackers on b2. We might want to keep 2 attackers on b2 and capture with the king, just so we're making sure to get this pawn off the board. Otherwise they can play rook takes after knight takes, guard the pawn. and maybe they're holding that really scary pawn, right? So, because then we don't win a knight. We can play this threatening mate too, I guess, but we don't win a knight that way. The knight can go back and cover this square, I guess. Pawn up. At 1, Jacob. Knight f5 wins for black. Oh, and check. Yeah, knight f5 check, guys. Rook g7, knight f5 check. Yeah, it seems awfully good. Yeah, I was mostly thinking about taking the knight and keeping... I really think keeping 2 attackers on this. I think what's going to make this one hard is the natural move is knight takes knight to avoid a check. But I think we should allow the check and actually take the knight. So we can take the pawn. And we need to keep 2 attackers. So I think it's this. Yes! Tuna did it. And I did that because I'm so used to now the idea of like allowing counterplay, right? So we don't take that. If we take with the knight, they guard that stupid b2 pawn, and maybe they're even making that thing into a really scary queen, you know? So got through one, guys. And yeah, the rook b7, obviously, knight f5 check. Good eye there, guys. All right, more misery begins, right? I will say, too, there's a lot of games where I feel like we're just like dead, and then we end up winning. Queen takes f8, rook check, no, sorry, queen takes f8, bishop checks first? I'm trying to do some crazy stuff here. I'm like focused on this idea of like this being with check, so like queen, check, check, I don't know. Because the bishop and rook can mate together. Right, that's what I was thinking, guys, because the bishop, there is a checkmate. If the bishop is here, and the rook is on f8, and the king is... Oh, no, it's not a checkmate. Never mind. It's not a checkmate, guys. He's got a square. It's just cute. He can go to g7. Check. But we might have a draw this way, up and down, right? So, like, queen, bishop checks first. King here, we don't get the other check, though. Rook checks first. King up. I don't know if it's queen sack or not. I don't think it's queen sack. Yeah, king e7 seems scary, right? King e8 too, yeah, exactly. And then our rook doesn't come in, yeah, exactly. This is gonna take some clever play, isn't it? Is it just queen back to d4 then? Guard, oh no, yeah, queen d4. Although rook takes looks pretty devastating after that. Queen d4, rook takes bishop. I can't take back because my rook's gonna hang. Rook d2. This might be a defensive puzzle. Rook to d2 might be the idea. And then rook checks, rook, you know, back to d1. Oh no, we can't go back to d1. Rook checks might be GG's. Yeah, if I go rook d2, rook checks, and I can't go back. Uh-oh. Queen d4. Queen d4, rook f2. What are we doing there? Maybe back to queen takes f8, huh? Queen f8, rook checks. I don't know. This seems so bad. What's the idea here? Maybe rook to f1. Rook to f1 might work. Yeah, Cheesemate had it too, I see up there. Rook to f1 as a defensive try. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna go this way. I don't even see another move that we stay in the game. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's that's what I was saying, guys. These puzzles are really hard because they aren't about winning. They're about like evaluating the position and making the best move. It's really cruel. Like, this to me is like 100% more challenging than like chess.com or Lee Chess, where it's like, you know, take something, win a piece. I mean, this is serious chess to me. This is like you're at a tournament, you want to make the fun, really cool move, but the fun, really cool move doesn't work out here. Like queen takes f8, not going to do it, right? So then you start making other moves like rook d2 loses, queen d4 loses, and we start going through all those lines. Queen d4, rook takes f2 is losing. It makes it fun. Like, this is what's going to make you guys better. You know, you can, and I like that some of you guys are doing it with me. Like, I look up there and see Cheesemate's got the answer every time, a little bit ahead of me. That's fantastic, you know. We're all trying to grow together, and good job, Cheesemate, seeing that. All right, so we got pawns, and they have a knight. Yeah, exactly. So we want to keep this guy alive. If we move king to... I'm not going to touch the squares. I don't want to make a move accidentally. If we move king to e5, knight checks picks up our pawn. So it can't be king to e5. And yuck. And king, yeah, king actually can't make any movement, right? Both those meet knight check. King over here, pawn up. I guess, I mean, the good news is we can't really lose the game because they can't access our pawns, right? So I mean, and knight sack. So if we just keep everything as it is with pawns and just play our king to g6, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think just king g6, hold the position, don't press. If we press, we lose. We push f4, we lose the game. Pawn becomes weak, dies, you know. King goes up, dies. So I think it's just king g6. No check or anything. And again, we win this puzzle. So like, again, guys, it's just about seeing the position, understanding the position, and then making the move that isn't the losing move sometimes. So yeah, exactly. We had to stay with this pawn, right? So not a lot of choices there. All right. Bishop is pinned. Always fun when things are pinned. This guy seems like he's kind of loose and really far in. Yeah, the quiet moves aren't simple, are they? But they are getting easier as we continue to see this stuff. So is the queen almost trapped here? Our queen doesn't seem to have some... Oh, there's also rook in. I was considering like this move, crazy as it looks, like pawn up. And then if the rook comes over, queen takes, king takes, bishop checks, takes back. Oh no, sorry, there's a pawn move. I can't do all that. I was trying to get my pieces active as I really wanted to do here. I hate the, I mean, white's got better piece play for sure. E5? Just trying to get the bishop in. Yeah, queen h5 to save the queen's a good idea too. I was trying to not need to save her, but you're probably right. Rook h1 is a big threat. That's why I was trying this stuff. So like rook h1 be met with this, but then the stupid knight and the pawn. Yeah, maybe it is queen h5. And we just have to try to stay alive. Then bishop f3. Queen pins bishop or something. I mean, there's lots of squares that are gone. We don't have a lot of squares, but you guys are probably right. Queen h5, save the queen. Yeah, this is too slow. So yeah, I'll go up here. Oh, that's stupid. All right, time to get a snack. I'm gonna get some water. I can't believe this just happened. It's ridiculous. All right, I'm back. We got the usual. So I dropped stuff. We got cheese. So good right there. 14-month aged Parmesan. So good. Got some iced tea. And I've got some grapes. So that together should be good. Yeah. I don't know, guys. All right, here we go. Next puzzle. Pawn to f6 hits me as being pretty good. Or actually, wait, knight. Maybe rook takes. It's rook takes d5, maybe. Yeah, rook takes d5 looks awfully good, right? I think rook takes d5 first. Pawn takes. Queen covers this square, though. So we gotta think about what to do when that happens. Yeah, I know. We always gotta take a minute, right? You guys like knight f6, just sacking the knight? The queen will take it, guys. So if I play rook takes, pawn takes, knight checks, queen takes, knight. Knight checks first. And then knight takes knight. You guys are liking this? I don't understand why, guys. Knight takes knight. Oh, to the queen. Ah, okay, now I'm with you guys. I didn't notice that it was pinned to the queen. Yeah, I didn't see that. I'm like, you guys are nuts. But yeah, okay, I agree. Good job, guys. I looked at that and I'm like, I don't know about this. But yeah, you guys saw that better than me. We should put pins in this list. So we'll have the list be checks, captures, pinned pieces, threats, compare lines, and see if those help us out a little bit. Always nice to have some kind of like workflow when you're doing puzzles, right? And then you can take the same workflow and apply it to your games. Yeah, good job, guys. That was nice. All right, what do we got for pins here? Back rank could get weak. That'd be fun. Maybe it's rook to d1. Rook d1 puts 3 attackers on this. It's that. Yeah, exactly. She's Simu. Yeah, I'm trying to find the follow-up after rook to d1. Rook d1, rook over here. How are we coming through then? Rook c7? Oh! Rook c6, yeah, because then we're going to get the 2 minor pieces, right? If they take, we mate. If they move over here, we take the knight. Rook c7, good eye. I think rook c7 does look really good. Yeah, I said rook d1 doesn't seem to lead to too much after rook. You know, it's like 3 on 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and our bishop can't help out. So, yeah, I think you guys are right. I think rook c7 is pretty sick. Attack the bishop, attack the queen. If she goes over there, we take the knight and get 2 minor pieces for the rook. If she takes this guy, we mate. Or we check anyway and win some stuff, right? So, all right. So, again, we got to take a minute here. I think it's just rook takes. No, it's not rook takes. Hold on. Queen takes knight. Queen takes knight. Want to make sure we win material here. Because otherwise, we're not winning anything. Yeah, there we go. Good stuff. These are tough. These are tough. I don't know. How do you get better at these puzzles, guys? Yeah, a little bit of information there in the chat, just typed it out, but he does have that whole series. Maurice Ashton's got really good stuff, guys, in chess base. Yeah, Midnight Rhino, absolutely, and even in my games today, the book game and the puzzles are helping me out, because remember, there's one game in particular. Who the heck was I playing? Do you guys remember the game? Did you guys watch the game where I played queen takes f2 check? Some of you guys might have seen me sack my queen. I played queen takes f2 check to have knight to g4 to win the queen on e5. That might have been against Roberts, but or somebody like that. But the idea was I got a pawn there. Like that's a move I wouldn't normally even consider at all. But I was like really aggressive. Oh, you guys got this one, huh? I haven't even looked at it yet. Bishop c4, rook b8, queen b8. Yeah, Jacob is fast indeed. So yeah, so maybe bishop f6 first, you're saying? But then we might not get the capture here, right? We might get this thing instead, threatening our knight. So bishop c4, bc4, rook takes, queen takes, bishop f6, and the bishop guards rook. Yeah, I agree with that line. So far anyway, it looks pretty good. Only because the bishop and the knight both, well, I guess the knight also does it. Oh, the knight guards rook, sorry, yeah. Yeah, let's do this. That's pretty sick, guys. That's a tougher one, right? And then, of course, it's important the bishop took, because if the knight took, the pawn would be threatening the bishop, right? Really, really, really good eye, guys. Really, really good eye. Very, very easy to capture with the wrong piece there. I might have captured with the knight and messed that one up. Nice job, guys. All right. Meanwhile, Pinville. Although the pin gets us mated, if you take this pawn, they check and they win the game, right? Or no, we take and we can block here. We can take the pawn and then block here. Not if it's rook check though. Rook check, we're screwed. This looks scary, guys. Yeah, maybe sack the rook, exactly, but let's look at it for a minute before we just give him a piece. I mean, there's also a queen check as well, if that does anything. I don't know. I am kind of concerned about the king not having a square. How do we win, though, with the rook sack? That's the question. Easy to sack the rook to stay alive, but then... is it enough? Is there some way to trade queens, too? That'd be good. Or just rook to e8. What about just rook to e8? Or does that lose, maybe? Yeah, I might be losing, actually. Worth looking at, though. If I go rook to e8, and they play rook to h1, and I take on e3 with check... I don't know. Looks awfully bad, doesn't it, guys? King can't go there. Check again. Queen takes. I think it works. I think rook e8 might work, guys. Yeah, I think rook e8 works. That's what I'm working on right now. But it seems like all of our moves are going to come with check, and eventually we should be able to force the queen off of the rook, and even be able to take. You know, they go h1. We do all these checks. We're going to pull that queen off of that rook and take the rook at the end, I think. They don't even make me play through it. That's so stupid. Oh man, I will say that's the one thing I wish this. I love this website, but I think sometimes they really take away the fun of the puzzle because we don't get to like go ahead and see it. You know, like we are trying to see it before we make the move, and that's kind of the responsible thing to do. But it's driving me crazy, guys. I can't stand this. I wanted to see it happen. And I can kind of see it. I mean, the queen also guards e1, so we can't go to e1. Let's go to d2. Check. Queen takes. Check. King takes. Queen takes rook, and we're ahead. Yeah, they know I saw it. I guess that's true. All right. There's a check here. This looks horrible. Look how bad our rook is in the corner. Like rook checks. Rook blocks. Queen here? No, it doesn't work. Queen here? Back rank problems though, right? I mean, does that matter? Or... back rank problems might matter, guys. Rook d8, etc. they say. Okay, I see. So it's rook here, rook blocks, rook takes rook, queen to d6, check. King is forced away, and then mate. Yeah, that looks good. I see it. That looks good, guys. I just had to see how we're doing it, you know? I can't just go with like, oh, it's right there, Fortuna. But yeah, I see that now. I see it now. Yeah, I didn't see it at first, but yeah, it makes sense now. I just had to find my way in and understand that the king was going to be trapped with the bishop and the queen coming through. Yeah, good one, right? All right, here we go. This seems deadly. Rook checks. Knight can't even take. That's just checkmate. This is mate in one if we don't put him in check. So it's not going to be e2 or something slow because they have mate coming. If I check here, and they go up, I can check here. If they go up again, I check here. I think we're going for a draw. Queen f2. I think they're still ahead. If we go here and they take and I take and they play the queen back, aren't they still ahead? Because, I mean, they're going to keep a queen to a rook and a knight. I mean, it's not overly obvious we went with the queen and the knight, right? Queen d3 perpetual. Yeah, that's what I was going with, the perpetual. That's what I thought too. Because I think once we go here, they just take, we take, and or sorry, yeah, they take, we take, and then the queen just races back to save it, right? So I think it is a perpetual. I'm pretty sure on this. And then check here, and then we can get back there. Yeah. So yeah, guys. I mean, don't. It's like the queen f2 is only because you guys are seeing a puzzle, and that's like the chess.com. That's chess.com and Lichess influence on you guys. Oh, it's a puzzle to win material, and so you get so used to these crazy moves that win That's not what this is. It's only that sometimes. A lot of times the moves are just there to trick us into thinking there's something there. So cruel. All right, queen takes. Oh, so this is the pinned one. This is a pinned one. I mean, rook takes queen seems kind of nice. Oh, no, it doesn't work. I was trying to make queen check work, but the queen can just like step this way and block, which doesn't seem good. Rook. Yeah, I think it's rook takes queen, and the idea is that they think you're going to be worried about the mate, but it's not because rook blocks. Yeah, I think it's rook takes queen. Yeah, I agree. And also, but remember, guys, the trick in the puzzle is you have to see that when the rook checks you, you have the rook going back with check. That's the important part. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Cool. Nice. Oh, hey, we got a tactical rating of 1765. I don't know if that's my... Is that my rating then? I guess you're getting like 2 points per puzzle or something. Whatever. All right. We got this check over here. Seems interesting anyway. What else is there? We got rook c7 stuff. Got a bishop hanging on h5 we could take as well. I mean, taking the bishop seems like an idea. Like if we're just like looking at the whole board. Yeah, I'm like 2,400 on Lichess, 2,300 on chess.com. And here I'm like, but I haven't been playing here very long, and I definitely messed up early on. I got before I realized what these puzzles were, I got destroyed by them. I had no idea what I was up against. So queen takes rook is the threat. Hey, we got another raid. Thank you so much for raiding. Welcome raiders, and yeah, we're just looking at some puzzles right now. And thank you guys for coming in. Hopefully you had a great stream. Yeah, I mean, I got rocked, man. I'll give you guys a link to this as well, those of you that just came in. But this website was destroying me when I first started playing here. So yeah, so you're tempted to take this guy, but then after queen takes, it seems like we're in some serious hurt, right? So we could consider this sack, and then like rook checks to get the rook out of trouble, and then taking the bishop. Rook to d4. What about bishop takes rook? What about bishop takes rook? Saimu goes, no, rook c5 then. Rook c5. Yeah, exactly, right? Alright, so yeah, rook c5. Oh, yeah, your stream, you're saying you did Tactics Tuesday. Nice. Nice, man. Nice to meet you. And hopefully that was fun. Should have been fun. So rook c5, threaten the queen. f3 is guarded, d3 is double guarded. Yeah, I like that move. That gives us a chance to take the bishop then, right? So, bishop d4 is nothing. Yeah, so that seems good. Hey. All-time correct mixed, huh? What the heck is this? Is it? I mean, I don't know where my rating's at in this thing. I have no idea if there's like a... Is that my rating? Is it 19? Like, what the heck is the... I don't know. I don't know where you find your rating on this website. I just know it's fun to do the puzzles. All right, queen takes b6. I like queen takes b6. I guess they don't really have to. They can just take here though. Maybe that's not so simple. Ah, the highest puzzle I solved. Okay, cool, nice. Let's see, queen b6, pawn takes. I'm trying to use effect the queen's pinned, right, for this capture, but I don't know if it's... If they win this pawn, I mean, we could be in big trouble if their rook recaptures and threatens stuff. That's what I was saying, but I don't know if queen b6 is enough, because we can take here, they can just ignore it and capture here, right? Capture here, we take back, rook takes, threatens. Yeah. Night, Cheese. We'll see you later, man. Good games tonight too, Cheese mate. Thank you so much for playing on stream and stuff. We exchange all on e8. What about rook takes queen? Is it like queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes? They got queen to rook, right? I mean, you sure about that, Bob? You guys are playing pretty aggressively here, but I think we gotta look this one in a little bit more. I hate that we don't have entry, and I really don't like that our e4 pawn's having trouble. Play rook up here. No, probably. Well, could leave us kind of like naked on the back side. Takes a long time to get the queen in though. She's got to go 2 moves to get active. Rook up. I don't know. Guard the pawn. Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right at the end of it. Maybe you're right. So it's queen b6. No, it doesn't work out though because they don't cooperate. Been a fire at the Lichess server? What do you mean a fire? Is it like not working again? Hopefully it's still working, I don't know. Queen b6, cb6, but they don't have to take back, Bob. Yeah, I agree with you, but they don't have to take back. Rook a1. Rook a8. You're saying there's another way to play it, right? So rook, huh? I like that better right now. Rook to a1 and then coming in to win the queen seems like an idea. That's the most interesting thing I've seen yet. Let's do that. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, guys. Like we can't just go on like, oh, we take on b6 and they take back and it's wonderful because they'll do the e4 stuff. We'll be in trouble, you know? It's frustrating. All right, we're doing really good. Rook and knight are guarding against mate, so this check doesn't work. Although, the knight's kind of helping. Can we mate? We might be able to mate with the knight and the bishop. Maybe. It looks really, really close to a knight and bishop mate. In like a dream scenario. Yeah, exactly. High rated viewer is definitely helpful for sure. I think I'm losing all kinds of material on this line. I'm looking at, you know, things like bishop takes e6, but after queen checks, king up, queen checks here, and then takes rook, I'm not really loving my position. We're really close though. If we take here, I mean, they might have a perpetual though on the back side. Or actually, they might even have more with the bishop and queen to e8, and then rook blocks. Queen to e8, rook blocks, knight checks, queen. I'm not getting there yet, I'll tell you that. It's tough. And then king to g8, right? King to g8. Then maybe knight h6 check? I don't know. Knight h6, yeah, that's what I was thinking. So knight h6 check. King goes to h7 maybe. Or actually, I guess pawn takes, right? Then bishop takes on e6 check. We might be separating the king from the rook then. Yeah, I'm aware of the bishop. I'm just wondering if it's all fast enough, maybe. And then the bishop takes e6 guarded by the queen on e8 could be a thing too. So queen checks, rook blocks, knight checks. King walks over to g8, knight takes pawn, pawn takes, bishop comes in with check. King goes back in the corner, or king can even step up. King can go to g7. Probably back in the corner though. Our queen is still threatened. We got a bishop here. I don't know how we're finishing this. Can we play queen up here check? Queen checks here and then rook in. Oh, we can't play the rook in because of the queen. I don't know. So we have rook d7, huh? Rook to d7. Oh, if they go up, you're saying. So queen checks, rook blocks, knight checks, king over, knight takes pawn, pawn takes. Our queen is still threatened. Rook to d7 at the right time. I guess bishop takes here. King goes in the corner. Queen checks. Rook d7. I don't know. I still see black holding it with the knight and the rook, though. Maybe I'm wrong. We might have queen to g6. Oh, after the knight sack, you're saying. After the knight second. Okay, yes. Let's try that one. Okay, so queen checks. Rook blocks. Knight checks. King over. Knight takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Queen to g6 check. King goes back in the corner. Rook into d7. Rook to d7 then. I think rook d7 then seems really good. Let's try that. That looks like a winner. And we're wrong. Dang it. What is this one? Knight f7. Rook f7. Knight f7. What if king moves over? Can't go there. Here. 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 Maybe it's taking the knight. Maybe it's actually taking the knight with check on the king. No, it's not with check though. Well, I mean, they have rook takes, is what they say, rook takes, right? But I mean, I'm just saying if he doesn't take, do we have a way to win this thing? Is it rook checks here? It's gotta be this check then, that's the way to do it. That's why it's gotta happen. Okay, so rook does take the knight, I see that now. Rook takes f7. Let's see, rook takes f7. Queen takes f. That's all they wanted. Okay, yeah, so I just missed the idea there. So it's knight checks because we have this rook check up, which is gonna be, well, it's not mate though, this guy can block, right? Maybe then this? I don't know, this is driving me crazy, guys. I don't know. This is driving me nuts. I want to see it, you know what I mean? I don't see it. Knight f7, king over. I think the problem with queen e8 first and knight f8 was just fine. I thought we found a cool line in it, but apparently didn't like it. The knight, is it knight takes? Is it rook up check? Maybe it's rook checks first. Then after knight blocks, then knight takes. Then queen checks, maybe. I don't know. And then if king over checks. I can't make, oh, here we go. Here we go. Now this would work. And that would force the queen. This has to be the line. How ridiculous, though. I mean, this is not by any means easy to see. But I think this is a good line, guys. I like this one now. King can also, yeah, king wouldn't want to step up though. Yeah, I think I found a good line there. That seems right to me. That's a lot of work though. All right, next puzzle. My gosh. We have this check as well. Bishop takes check. Rook takes queen. Bishop, oh, and bishop b6 mate. Ah, look at that, that's pretty. Let's do that. Yeah, good call. I was just trying to find the best next move, but you're right. I think bishop f7 definitely. And then of course that is checkmate like you said. Beautiful. And these should be the ones that are easy. This should be more like the Lichess, chess.com, you know, the usual stuff. We've seen this one 1,000 times. That one's kind of boring, comparatively. All right, what time is it? It's 12 o'clock, guys. Why don't we try to get like some other event going or something? Either like a bracket or something. I've enjoyed the puzzles, but I feel like it's like